What's up, guys, and welcome back to the channel. It's been a minute since I've recorded. I've recorded a couple things, but I haven't posted them. I don't know if I'm gonna post them yet. Some games that I've been playing offline, but anyways, it is August 6th, and we've heard some news about FC26 regards to career mode and Ultimate Team. And honestly, I've been playing mostly Ultimate Team this year, but I do think that this year I might give career mode a go one more time. I used to be very big on career mode, and I just didn't enjoy it as much the last year or two. But anyways, we're back for FC26, and some of the news we got news that we were going to have like special requirements for some of our career modes and all that. That looks so dope, by the way. I'm looking forward to doing those challenges, whether it's getting a team out of relegation or using players under 23 only, stuff like that. But for some of y'all that want to start a regular career save for your first save, I have 5 teams for y'all today. Actually, I think I'm gonna have 10 teams for y'all today. I'm gonna have 5 main teams, and I'll have 5 honorable mentions for y'all from the top 5 leagues. By the way, top 5: League One, Premier League, Bundesliga, Serie A, and La Liga. So with that being said, let's look at the first team. And the first team that I want to show y'all, first off, honorable mention. Let's start with the league I like to play in the most. Honorable mention for the Premier League is going to be Brighton. I didn't update the transfers for Brighton, but Brighton have been doing some very good transfers this season, and honestly, they've brought in some good players. They've lost some players as well. They've lost João Pedro. They've lost a couple of other players. Let me see who they've lost. They've lost João Pedro. They've lost. Let me see here. Who did they lose? What the heck? Adingra. They've lost Estupinian, Barco, Ferguson, amongst other players. But they've brought in back from loan Enciso, Bonanote. Let's see. They've come back from loan amongst other players, as well as signing Boscagli for free, Coppola, Watson, De Kuiper, and Costolas. So they've made some decent replacements. But the team that I am looking at for the Premier League that I think will be a great shout is going to be a team that's not even in the Prem in FC25, and that is Sunderland. And I did update some of the transfers they've had. I think Sunderland are going to be a great team, which, by the way, in FC25, the lowest amount of money that any team had was 40 million to start off with. So I think in FC26, at most, minimum, I think Sunderland will have 40 million to work with for the transfer budget. And if that's the case, that will be a good amount of money to bring in some players. But I've updated the squad. This is how the squad would look like. This is how they would potentially line up so far as of August 6th. Maybe they'll make some more transfers. They've brought in Reinildo from Atletico de Madrid, Adingra from Brighton, who I think will be a good upgrade. And obviously, some of these overalls are probably not going to be the same next year. Maybe they'll be 73, 74 rated. Xhaka might be at 84. Maybe he'll stay in 86. Granit Xhaka is going to be the main player for this squad next season, replacing Jude Bellingham which I think is a very good upgrade. He's only 32, 33, you know. Uh, Lefi, permanently signed after being on loan. Diarra, very decent signing. 21 years old. Looks decent as a cam, potentially center mid. I haven't seen them sign anybody at striker. Obviously, a couple more players coming back from loan. Pembele coming back from loan. Sadiki, Taubi. Taubi got signed. Taubi was one of the other signings. 20 years old. I think Sadiki was also signed as well. Pembele came back on loan. What was the other player that came back? I think Egwa was came back from loan, if I recall, and Rusin Roevs, who got signed as well, 22-year-old. Maybe he's 69 overall, but he might get a big upgrade next season. I'm not sure. I don't know much about this player, and I believe that's it. But yes, this is going to be the squad for Sunderland. I think Sunderland will definitely be probably one of the more fun options to try out in FC 26 if you don't decide to do the challenges at the beginning. Obviously, you know, you got teams like Arsenal, Chelsea, Man City, Liverpool who have done great transfers, but I think obviously they're going to have a lot of money. I feel like that'll get boring pretty quick. So I think Sunderland is my choice for the Premier League, and let's go to the next league. Alright guys, we are back. We've gone to France, and there was a couple of teams that I was thinking about. Obviously, League One is one of the more challenging leagues because you have to deal with PSG. They have been the best team in the world over the past year, and yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if their ratings are through the roof in FC 26. With that being said, let's go with the honorable mentions for League. With the honorable mention for League One, my honorable mention is going to be. It's not going to be Marseille. It's not going to be Lyon. It's going to be Strasbourg. Now, Strasbourg had a decent season. I think they had a decent season last in 2024-2025. They finished 7th. I think they qualified for Europe, actually. Europa Conference League, yeah. So they might have a chance at Conference League. I don't know. I haven't been keeping up with FC with Strasbourg, but they finished with 57 points last season, only 8 points behind second place. So they've made a lot of signings for the new season. Players that they had on loan, I think Barco being one of them. Petrovic has left the club, obviously, but in FC 26, I don't know what their transfer budget would be. In FC 25, their transfer budget was about 10 million, 11 million, something like that. But that's my honorable mention. I think that will be a very fun team to use for career mode. But the team that I'm choosing is going to be AS Monaco. AS Monaco is going to be the team that I choose. They haven't made too many signings. One of the signings Boadu has come back from loan. Fati has come to the club on loan. So they're going to have Fati next season. They have a very decent team, honestly. They finished 3rd last season. They finished 3rd. I think it's time to recreate the legendary team that they had. What was it, 2017-ish, 2018, whenever they had Mbappe, Bernardo Silva, Fabinho, when they had all the big players for that 1 year. They have a very decent team, honestly. A team that you can build upon. In FC 25, they had 40 million in the transfer budget. I think that will be about the same for FC 26. And it's a very decent team. I mean, I don't know rating wise what they'll have. Um, I'm not really sure. I don't follow League One that much, so I don't know who's gonna get like a big upgrade and who's not. Um, Biarritz had a team of the season, so he'll probably be like an 80 overall next season for FC 26. Anybody else that I recognize here? I don't really I mean, I recognize the players, but not that they were like outstanding, you know. Um, yeah, I don't really see anybody that had a team of the season, but yeah, this is gonna be my second pick for League One, AS Monaco. Also, guys, before I forget, I almost forgot because I did not add him into the squad because he's not in FC 25. Another reason I'm picking AS Monaco is because of Paul Pogba. He is one of my favorite players in the past 10 years. I'm just so glad he's back. Yeah, so that's another reason I've picked AS Monaco. Anyways, let's go to the next league. Alright, guys, let's talk about Germany. Okay, so I was checking out Germany, and there wasn't like too many options that I was like, yeah, I mess with. But I did find a team. I definitely did find a team. And it's actually a team I'm currently using in FM, and I'm having so much fun with them in FM. But my honorable mention is going to be Bayern Leverkusen. Bayern Leverkusen have been they've just been gutted. They've lost big players like Ta. They've lost Wirtz, Frimpong, Xhaka. They've lost their manager in Xavi Alonso. I think Leverkusen will be a good shout for FC 26. For like, you know, like, almost like a rebuild. They have made a couple of signings, but yeah. That's my honorable mention. But the team that I've been using in FM, I've been having so much fun with, and I think will be very fun to use in FC 26 is going to be SE Freiburg. I think SE Freiburg is going to be a decent team to start with in the Bundesliga for your first team if you want to do a career mode in the Bundesliga. They have a very decent team, in my opinion. And if they don't end up selling some of these big players that they have, they got an international in Ginter, Atubolu, 23-year-old, 24-year-old goalkeeper. I think he'll be decent next in FC 26. Lionheart, Gunther, Grifo, Doan. And this is a good team to build upon. In FC 25, they had a transfer budget of, I think it was 22 million, 23 million, somewhere around there. I believe since they've qualified for Europe, by the way, they've qualified for Europa League, I think their transfer budget will be somewhere around 35 million for FC 26. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong, but I believe that's where their transfer budget will be. I really think the Freiburg will be a very fun team to use as a starter career. So yes, that is going to be my pick for the Bundesliga. Let's go to the Serie A. Okay, guys, we are back, and yeah, I definitely found the team that I think I would enjoy using for the Serie A. Let's go with the honorable mention. The honorable mention for me is going to be Fiorentina. Now, Fiorentina have a very decent team. I think they're a team that y'all would have a lot of fun with. With that being said, they might have European football next season. The only thing that I didn't check, and I'm about to go check this while I'm recording, is the budget. Oh man, I forgot to check the budgets. Let me check the budgets real quick. And I'm gonna let y'all know the team that I'm choosing for the Serie A as well. Now, uh, let me make sure I do this. Let's see if you, I can't believe I forgot to check the budget. So for Fiorentina have a 24 million budget. They might have European football next season, so expect about a 30 million transfer budget for them, somewhere around there. Um, and the team that I have chosen is Como. Now they have a 9 mil transfer budget. I think that transfer budget will be a little bit higher next season, maybe 15 million. But even so, even if you have a low transfer budget with them, it doesn't matter. Como are a team that has made fantastic signings. I believe they finished somewhere mid-table last season. Um, Let me see where they finished. They finished 10th. They finished 10th last season. They finished almost a good 13 points. Is that 13? Like 13 points behind ninth. I think they will do a lot better this season. I do think so. I don't I don't see them potentially struggling, in my opinion. They have made some very decent signings. I do think that Como is gonna be one of the fun teams to use for sure. Um, they have a very young squad. Bas, Diao, Baye, who they just signed permanently. Um, yeah, uh, Dacuña, even Kakarot. He's not too old. Perron as well from Man City. They've just signed Koen from Celtic. Vanderbrimp, who just came, who was on loan, permanently signed. Who else did they sign? They have Roberto, they have Moreno, some older players. Dele Alli, who I believe is not going to stay at the club. They've just signed Jacobo from Real Madrid, Rodriguez from Real Betis, Adai, Baturina from Croatia. That's a very good signing. I do think Como is going to be a very fun team to use. But yes, that's my pick for Serie A. Let's go to the last league. Alright, guys, we're back for the last league, and yeah, there wasn't really too many teams for me to choose from that I was like too excited about. Obviously, I support Real Madrid, so really picking any other teams is not really an option for me necessarily. But being unbiased, I want to say honorable mention Atletico de Madrid. Yes, they are a team that is pretty much established, has very good players. Griezmann, De Paul, Alvarez, Jimenez, Oblak. They have a decent team, a very decent team. The reason they're an honorable mention is because I think it could be a good career for you to take. To try to break the Barcelona Real Madrid dominance. But the team that I've chosen as my pick is Villarreal, Los Submarinos. I think they're a decent team. They're a good team you can build upon. I forgot to check how much money they have. I want to say they have like 50 million, 40 million, somewhere around there. Don't quote me on it because I didn't bother checking, but yeah, they have a very decent team. Barry's not in this team, so don't worry about him. Yeah, Pino, very decent player to build upon. Alex Baena as well, very decent player to build upon. Amongst other players, and obviously depending on how much money they're gonna have in FC26, I think it'll be a very good team to take to glory. Obviously as well, they're gonna be in Champions League next season, so that's also another thing to look out for with Villarreal. I might as well go ahead and check how much money they have. Might as well. So let me do that for y'all, and yeah. Let me do this. Change team. So Villarreal have 35 million. Them being in Champions League, I think they're gonna have somewhere between 40 and 50 million. Don't quote me on that. They might keep the same amount of money, but I think they'll be a very fun team to use. Atletico de Madrid has 78 million. I think they'll have about the same budget next season, maybe about 80 million. But yeah, if I were to pick in order what teams I think are going to be very fun to use, let me see. So at number 5, I'm going to put Villarreal at number 5. At number 4, I'm going to put Freiburg. Yeah, let's put Freiburg at number 4. At number 3, I'm going to put Monaco. At number 2, I'm going to put Sunderland. And at number 1, I'm going to put Como. I think those are going to be my top 5 teams to use for career mode in FC26. Obviously, we're going to have to use different teams for different challenges. But if you're not doing a challenge, those are going to be my top 5 picks. If you've made it this far into the video, let me know in the comments down below if you agree with the teams I've chosen or who you're going to plan on doing a career with. With that being said, if you made it this far, thank you for watching. Go ahead and leave a like, leave a comment, subscribe if you enjoyed this video, and we will see y'all in the next video.